Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. It's been a while, but I've got a couple of projects coming up and sort of need to start prepping for it. A couple of years ago I built this welding slash fabrication table. I'll put a link up in the little thingy. The table is 1.235 meters by 750. How it worked out is the 750 I needed to fit through a standard door, which is 800, and then the 1350 was the width of a sheet steel. So that was the cut that I had made. Now I need a woodworking table as well, but I haven't got place. My shop's very much too small. I've got a little micro shop, so I need to convert this into something that can work as a woodworking table as well. So what I did was I got a sheet of shutterboard and I had it cut up. Now shutterboard is 1220, supposedly this one is 1215. So I am exactly 20 mil short on this board, and then the other side I had it 760 cut, so it'll fit over. There's going to be a little bit of an overhang. So what I need to do first is I need to get this to fit on each other. I didn't want to buy two boards and have a lot of offcut, so I had one board cut and split up 1220 by 1440, I think was it. So otherwise I would have had to have two boards cut, and so I decided against it. So what I will do is I will cut off, let me just get rid of this board again. I am going to cut off 10 mils on each side of the table. It's not going to be a major thing, not going to make a big difference on my fabrication. So that'll be the first one, is cutting off the table, 10 mils this side, 10 mil that side, and then we can fit the boards on and we'll take it from there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 12 mil off just to make sure we can fit the shutter boards onto the steel table. Just using a bit of chalk just to bring out the line. Go. Eyes and ears. There we go, and that should be the one side. Not entirely straight, but close enough for what we want to do. I'm just going to take the flap disc and polish the edge up. Okay, so now we've got the two sheets of plywood on there. It's 3/4 inch thick. It actually came out, I think, right on the money. Just a little bit of an overhang. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this piece of straight edge. What I want to do is the two sheets of plywood. I want to the 3/4 inch plywood I want to glue and screw together, so I've got at least 1.5 inches of wood before getting to the table again, if you drill through it or whatever the case may be. It's not that I'm hard on my stuff, but nonetheless I would like some just something in between, and I've seen the 3/4 inch ply warp over time, so I want to try and prevent that. So I'm just gonna measure out all along the edge, because that's where I'm gonna run the screws. And the inside they will probably stick together. If I look at how these boards are sitting, if I glue them up this way, they will pull together in the middle. So I just need to get them screwed in on this side. There we go. Now I need a countersink bit. Got no idea where I put it. Okay, so we changed our plans. I can't find my countersink bit, so I think what I'll do is I'll glue up the tabletop, keep it glued down for a day or two, and then take it from there. If it starts buckling or warping or separating, we'll work with that as it goes. It's a woodworking table. It's not that it needs to be 100% square and machine flat. The two boards, as I'm going to glue them together, they are sitting something like this. So my idea is to glue them up and then clamp them together. I do not have a gazillion clamps like the other guys on the YouTube has, so we'll work with what we've got. Now just normal cold glue. Let's get gunning on it. Trying to get, if there's any loose particles, get them wiped off. Not that worried about the dust. I'm worried about if there's some serious stuff that'll leave an air pocket type thing. But once again, we're not shipbuilding. Let me finish the one with the lid. It hasn't got a lot in it. Line it up as good as we can. Hope that we're still filming. And now I'm going to clamp it to the table. I'm not worried about denting this side. This will be the underside. The side nearest to the table, to the steel table, that's the one that is the best finish, so I'll keep that on top there. Come on. Yeah. Gentlemen, this is very low grade shot supply, that's why it's looking like it does, but for what I need to do here, it'll definitely do the job. I think what I've got is I've got it fairly set together. Now we can just let the glue set. There is some run out on this side, so that I'm happy with. Getting as much of the air out as possible. Oh, there just might be some glue close to the end, like on this side as well. I'm going to leave it as this. I'll get you back in the shop once the glue have dried, and we'll see how it turned out. Luckily it's about 35 degrees Celsius in the shop, well, might even be more, so I think it'll dry pretty quickly. Then again, the wood's insulating it, so the water in the wood glue will have to dissipate into the wood. It won't just evaporate from the outside, but pine will draw it up quickly as well. Okay gentlemen, it's been almost a week. Sunday to Friday, something like that. That's how it goes. I haven't got time during the week, it has to wait for the weekend. So I guess the wood glue would be definitely dry by now. Than I thought. And this would be our work surface. So not too bad. I think we'll sand it once we're done again. Alright guys, so once again, being a YouTuber, that always kills it. Forgot to press record. I cut 2 boards on the length of the tabletop, added 20 mils plus 1/8 of an inch. I'll tell you the 1/8 of an inch once we get there. And then on the 3rd board I cut on the breadth of the tabletop, once again adding only 1 thickness and 1/8 of an inch. So the reason being is if we stagger in a zigzag pattern, what we'll do is we'll have this one overlapping like this, and once we get to the other end it'll be overlapping like this. So that'll be there again. That's why I only add one board thickness to each length. We'll see as we go along. Now we can get, and that was the only off cut I had. What a pleasure. What in a, I'm lying. I had some more off cuts here. This was the off cut, so the boards were just too short to be long enough. And that's always the problem. What we need to do now is we need to mark out where our screws are going to sit. So what I want to do is, let me just see if I can, I've got you here in camera. So what I want to do is I want to drill the screws half in this board, half in that board, half in this board, half in that board, half in this board, half in that board. So, and it's what's it, 18 millimeters thick, 19. Yeah, boards are supposedly 3/4 of an inch, 19 millimeter. So what will that be? 8.5. Yeah, 9.5. 9.5 millimeters. So let's call it 9. What I'm going to do is just going to throw a line here, and I'm going to do it on all of them, choosing the best edge for the top. Okay, so and next up I'm going to start, let's call it 2 inches from each side. Give and take, this is not really going to bother if it's 1/16 of an inch out. And then I'm going to once again try and get out of the minute. This is actually part of why we were waiting for a week. I was waiting for this little counter thing, but I had one somewhere, just don't ask me where. But now we'll be needing your plugs. And obviously the side that sticks over. Now you'll see I've only drilled the one end so that we can work it around in a circle. Otherwise you get confused and you drill the wrong side and all of that. So, well, that's what I do. So try to build in checks to not make a mess of it. Okay, so I've let the board stand up on edge here. Now we're just going to start putting the sides on. Come on. Now we need to make sure that we start this off the right way. Now we've got the first one on. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to run around and do the rest as well. I'll get you back when we're done. And gents, this is why you always drill pilot holes, because now you can screw in right on the edge without even thinking about splitting the board. Here we go. Let's get this back on the table and see what it looks like. Boy, this is heavier than I thought it would be. It's part of half a board, so it should be heavy. There we go. Gents, and there we have it. Almost done. But now we've turned our steel fabrication table into a woodworking table. There's a bit of a weeble wobble to it, which I don't really like. But what I'll do is I'll just put something in underneath here. There we go. Now we just need to sort out the edges that are now sticking over. And for that I'm just going to use my router. Now we will just take a quick piece of sandpaper. Right, let's run the other three. Gentlemen, and there we have it. Our woodworking table is complete. Came out fine for what I wanted to. There's a little bit of a weeble wobble in it, but these boards pull in which direction it's fine. You're not going to get past that. So what I would probably do is just chuck something underneath between the table and the maybe a piece of masonite or something will work. Let's see. Let's quickly see. All I've got is a little piece of masonite there. There we go. Sorted. And there we have our table. Much better. Alright, gents. Nice and steady. I'll put a link up in the corner thingy here for the build on the fabrication table itself. I did that a couple of years ago. Always wanted to get this thing to where I can use it as a woodworking table as well. And finally we can get some stuff done on here. You'll see this in a lot of videos in the future. I think this came out good, and for what I want to do in my little shop, I think it's going to work just fine. You'll see it in a bunch of future videos. So, and that's that then. So if you've made it thus far, thanks for watching. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. And as always, stay safe.